Exhaustion feels like betrayal when you're doing the right thing. You're serving, you're showing up, you're giving everything you've got, and yet you're running on empty. But God promises strength, not shortcuts. Isaiah chapter 40 verse 31 says, "Those who trust in the Lord will find new strength." Most people think faithfulness means never feeling empty, but the Bible says something different. Faithfulness means coming back empty-handed and finding that God fills you again. Today, I want to prove how that works and give you a plan to take the next step when you have nothing left. So here's my question. What if the strength you need isn't something you find, but someone who finds you? Weariness is honest, not failure. Do you remember Elijah? One of the greatest prophets in the Bible. He just called down fire from heaven on Mount Carmel. He stood alone against 450 false prophets, and he won. It was the greatest victory of his life. And what did he do next? He sat under a tree and prayed to die. 1 Kings chapter 19 verse 4 says, "He sat down under a solitary broom tree and prayed that he might die. I've had enough, Lord," he said. If you're feeling tired after doing the right thing, then you're in good company. Tiredness after obedience isn't weak faith. It's human limits meeting divine assignments. And here's what God does with Elijah. He doesn't scold him. He doesn't lecture him. He feeds him. He lets him sleep. And then he speaks gently to him. He'll do the same for you. But rest doesn't always fix it, does it? What about the weariness that lingers? The truth is, God renews in layers, not leaps. Isaiah chapter 40 verse 31 doesn't promise instant energy. Read it carefully. Those who trust in the Lord will find new strength. They will soar high on wings like eagles. They will run and not grow weary. They will walk and not faint. Notice those words. Soar, run, walk, not faint. It's not always soaring, is it? Sometimes you run, sometimes you walk, and sometimes you simply don't faint. And here's the thing. All three of those are grace. Waiting on God isn't passive. It's active dependence. It's choosing to trust Him when you can't see the next step clearly. So today, don't ask God for strength for the whole week. Ask Him for strength for the next hour. Just the next faithful step. That's enough. It feels small though, doesn't it? What if the task ahead is too big for small steps? Well, faithfulness is measured in showing up, not succeeding. Galatians chapter 6 verse 9 says, "Let's not get tired of doing what is good. At just the right time, we will reap a harvest of blessing if we don't give up." Paul wrote those words to burned out believers, people just like you and me. And notice what he doesn't say. He doesn't say, try harder. He doesn't say, do better. He says, don't give up. Success isn't the standard. Presence is. God doesn't ask for your best when you're empty. He asks for your yes, even if it's whispered. You don't have to do it well today. You just have to do it. And finally, remember this. You're not carrying this alone. Matthew chapter 11 verse 28 says, "Come to me, all of you who are weary and carry heavy burdens, and I will give you rest." Jesus is inviting you, not commanding you. He's not adding to your load. He's shouldering it with you. So, can I ask you to do something right now? Pause. Take a breath. And say these words out loud if you can. Jesus, I'm tired. Will you carry this with me today? Then take the next step, just one step, knowing He's in it with you. Here's what we've covered today. Weariness is honest, not failure. God renews in layers, not leaps. Faithfulness is measured in showing up, not succeeding. And you're not carrying this alone. The pain we named today, too tired to go on and too faithful to quit, finds relief in a God who doesn't demand strength you don't have. He supplies it, one breath at a time. Now, tomorrow we're looking at the hardest kind of heavy, when the pressure isn't outside, but inside. We'll talk about shame. We'll talk about silence. And we'll talk about the freedom Jesus offers when you can't carry the secret anymore. I'll see you then.